Alright, turn 47. So yeah, another eventful turn. Doing some panic casting. This is not taking advantage of that conjuration site. And vile water are like gelatinous cubes, which are pretty good, but they like swallow units, but I think they're only size 4 by default. I have heard they can combine. I'm not really sure how that works. They're kind of slow to make. I think you only make them one at a time. And so yeah, they can't swallow guys that are bigger than them. And so since they start out at size 4, and you probably need quite a few to combine to get up to size 6, and they're hard to get a hold of, and I don't have a ton of casters that can bring them out, or a ton of water gems. Like I think I kind of halt this, because it's just not going to be useful against the size 6 Jarls, at least not in the numbers I can do. And then like, yeah, reanimation, I don't know, skeletons, something. Had a lot of battles. Still doing a little site searching, so I mean that's good. Even when you're getting attacked, like you shouldn't stop. Doing all the normal things that you already have guys in position for and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean definitely somewhat of a danger. Trying to do multiple things while you're fighting for your life, but you don't want to completely panic. Just a little panic, just enough panic. So yeah, some of these battles are big. Some of them are just raids. Yeah, so here just raids against our PD, and we have seen how that goes. And I think this is also... Oh, no, this is us raiding out. So this is, actually a decent use of these archers. I have them. And, they're not terrible, especially, like, against these guys. These, like, woodsmen or whatever. They're not very good. So yeah, our archers should be able to take care of them without too much trouble. And the skirmish helps, and we have no morale penalty. So like in an archer duel, definitely good. And yeah, even our commander, that's actually a little freaky that he's going in. May have to change the script on that. But it worked out, so yep, that's good. You definitely, you want to counter raid, like the more provinces that you take from them. They just have to split off forces to deal with that. And, you also deny them income. And then ideally you're raiding provinces that are connected to your own forts so that you get to draw income off of them. I'm not sure if this one is, but yeah, even if you're raiding in places where, you can't trace income, that's less effective, but still better than doing nothing. So yeah, and then he did attack my capital. So this is going to be a battle. This is for a lot of the marbles. And it's only one of these guys. So let's look at this guy. This shield is not good for me. So it gives him a little shock resistance, which, that's fine. But it also just casts this shocking grasp, which is basically like a lightning bolt. So the shield just kind of does it on its own. So, anybody that's near him is going to be getting hit by lightning. So that's not cool. He's got this sort of swiftness, which just attacks more quickly, and it's a magic weapon. So yeah, that's important for these giants because they can kill kind of slow. His helmet is, we've seen this before, so whatever, it's a helmet. I don't know if he comes with a helmet. It doesn't look like it, so, yeah, this is helping. He's very shock resistant, some from the shield, and then this gives a ton. And then charge body can be nice. It's just going to shock people who attack him. I think it's only once. Yeah. So it won't matter too much in this battle because we have plenty of numbers. So one person getting shocked, no big deal. This is just some reinvigoration. I think we've seen these. Ring of regeneration. So that is going to suck because it stacks with his bless. So I think he's going to be regenerating at 20% instead of 10%. So yeah, that really hurts. And then some anti-magic, which actually I don't think is really going to matter too much. For most of what we're doing. There's some shrinks and stuff, so yeah, it will matter. But a lot of what we're trying to do is just damage. So yeah, we got a bunch of troops. So let's see, what are we doing here? Oh, little wooden warriors. Yeah, that's alt 5. It was a target. It gives a lot more protection, but just against the giants, like they hit so hard. I'm not sure how useful it's going to be. It certainly doesn't hurt. So yeah, some of these will-o'-the-wisps, getting the bugs out. We'll see if, yeah, like here's a wisp coming in. That would have been nice. Okay, yeah, here's some wisps that showed up closer. And this is like one of those corpse candles. So yeah, they have this like Bane Burst. I think this causes decay. Pretty high attack, really high defense. No health really to speak of, but ethereal, no protection. But yeah, they're just hard to hit. And then ethereal, of course, he has magic weapons. At least his main guy. He has like one giant that's just a bodyguard. So yeah, the wisps will be decent against the bodyguard, which I don't know, whatever, I guess. And then yeah, he's doing his standard script, it looks like. Yeah, blessing himself. There's the charged body. Took out a wisp. That's unfortunate. Yeah, and then that's that shocking grass. So yeah, these aren't doing a whole lot. Just his items are cleaning him up for him. Probably still going to be able to get through his script, unfortunately. So yeah, we have some more wooden warriors coming down, like Legions of Steel. So like, yeah, I mean, Prot 21 is like pretty dang good, like normally, but it's just, against the giant, and he's going to get that soul vortex, which, it doesn't really care about protection. We have some starvation too. Not sure what happened there. So yeah, I mean, this one didn't get hit by wooden warriors. Anyway, 21 Prot, on these maidens, like, protection is definitely like one of their issues. So normally would be better, but in this particular situation, I don't know, But we're getting strength of giants down. So I mean, they are dealing like quite a bit of damage, but it's mundane. And I think he casts invulnerability. Let's see if he actually got it off. Not yet. So yeah, maybe those bugs and corpse candles and everybody's kind of doing. Yeah, there goes the invulnerability. Maybe it slowed him down. I don't know. He still doesn't have soul vortex up, which is really good. So I mean, if soul vortex doesn't go down, yeah, there's some more bugs. We're just throwing in more bugs. Yeah, there's soul vortex. That's not good. All right, so our guys go in, and yeah, the axes, yeah, maybe you should have just set him to attack. This guy, wow. Well, he runs. You can see the morale on these guys, like, not great. Yeah, only 16. So that is definitely like a possible weakness. And this guy's skills like aren't as good. He's probably starting to get harassed. Yeah, you can see already a -8 on the harassment. So like stacking a lot of defense on a super combatant, if you don't have some kind of way to slow down the rate of incoming attacks, it just doesn't really matter, because like we should see that plummet. Now, I mean, that said, he's going to be eating a lot of these guys. So yeah. Okay, so we're getting some damage in, but it's just chip, and he's got 20% regeneration. But yeah, you can see defense is just gone now. So yeah, this guy doesn't really have like the right gear to keep his defense skill up, but it doesn't really matter, because he's not, I mean, his defense is good when it's not getting harassed. Yeah, -29. But I mean,
he's got plenty of other stuff, so he doesn't really care about his defense. And this is bad. This is really bad, because we're not dealing enough damage here. This is kind of the monolith all over again, but worse. Yeah, like 20 pierce damage, but he has like 25 invulnerability, and his prot is 26. And then yeah, he just has so much health and so much regeneration that there's no way. Summon a fire elemental, which something we can do, but like, yeah, I don't know, one of them, and it's just gonna burn our guys. And it also kind of sucks because, oops, I can click on it here. Hang on. Yeah, like its stats, just because it's cold. So that's kind of one thing. Like, I took cold 3. Like, fire elementals are probably, I don't know, seems to be like one of the elementals that can summon more, and that may just be like I just happened to random more fire guys this round, or this game rather, because yeah, their access is kind of random. But yeah, the cold really does make like fire elemental spam kind of useless, not useless, but a lot less effective, because they have firepower. So yeah. In the cold, not so good. Maybe, I mean, earth elementals, but they're tramplers, and so yeah, they're not going to be able to trample these Jarls. And air elementals also tramplers, but can't trample. Size 6, they can't be trampled.
by anything. And then, you know, the other thing air elementals do is shock damage, which, like, yeah, this guy does not care about. So I guess maybe water elementals, but they deal mundane damage, so, you know, and he has a lot of invulnerability. Yeah, I think realistically, I mean, the thing that we can really attack is the morale. You know, so if we can rout them off, there's definitely things you can do about that, because, like, this is just, yeah, this is not good. So anyway, yeah, speed this up. This is just painful. You know, we're getting some damage in. Maybe, yeah, get some afflictions. That is one cool thing about liquid body. Reduces the number of afflictions that the unit gets, which is definitely important, especially for a super combatant like this. You know, where he's kind of relying like on his regeneration, and I mean a little bit his protection, but he's going to be taking hits, you know, and when you take a lot of hits, you're going to start to stack up a lot of afflictions, and that can really start to matter. You know, I mean, we saw that with the monolith, right? I mean, eventually it was just a rock, like, you know, it feeble-minded it, and it couldn't cast any spells. And like these guys, like Soul Vortex is a spell, Liquid Body is a spell, Invulnerability is a spell. You know, so if they were to be feeble-minded, like, you know, this guy would be a lot less useful. Yeah, I mean, a limp, like, you know, whatever, I guess. Not one of the better afflictions, but anyway, at least we're dealing some damage, so, you know, but yeah, Liquid Body definitely helping out, preventing, you know, too many afflictions, and like, yeah, you can see, like, okay, we're dealing some damage, sure, but just not enough. And then, of course, like, yeah, the Soul Vortex is just eating everyone. So yeah, maybe eventually the fire elemental will make contact, but you know, he's setting some of our guys on fire. I guess that is one good thing about, you know, cold, is that, like, yeah, they're going out, so it's like less likely that our guys are getting set on fire. So that's a plus, I guess. Yeah, you can see he got stunned like right away by the lightning, and then, oh boy, susceptible to cold. Yeah. And it's old somehow? That's interesting. Maybe the Soul Vortex? I don't actually know. Yeah, well, he's not going to be old. She's diseased. Yeah, I don't know. The Soul Vortex just seems really nasty. Anyway, yeah, our guys have had enough. And that was it. That was the Almosh army. Emphasis on was. It just took one Jarl. So yeah, definitely gonna need a different strategy. Regular troops are, you know, the Almost troops are good, but they're not this good. They can't handle this. So we need a different plan. And that hurts. So yeah, now the capital is under siege. The defense of Ulm failed badly. But yeah, we sallied out. This is our other fort, Old Man Mountains. So this could also possibly be a large battle. We'll see what he left behind. And yeah, this is a different force composition. So hopefully this does better. You know, I talked through this, you know, last time. So yeah, same plan, hasn't changed. And yeah, we're only up against 2 Jarls. So there were 3 here, I believe. So one of them went off somewhere to deal damage elsewhere. Let's take a look at these guys. This guy has a bunch of death gems, maybe just to boost him up, because he's only death 2 and he needs death 3 for invulnerability and Soul Vortex, actually. So yeah, this guy's less effective. But he also has a ring of regeneration and just, so many hit points. You know, kind of a whatever helmet. I mean, it's good protection, so that's good. His protection's a little higher than the last guy. He's got this copper plate. Yeah, he seems to like this. I mean, definitely, like, shock damage is a great way to deal with, like, super combatants, because you can, like, stun them with it. And so yeah, you just see shock damage come out a lot, and this just gives a ton of shock resistance, so that's cool. We've seen these guys. They're good. Reinvigoration, yeah, anti-magic. This is kind of funny. Midget masher. So he does even more damage versus smaller beings, which, like, I mean, like, he's gonna deal. This is kind of overkill. This is like, you know, he's gonna kill my guys anyway. So I don't know about this, but I mean, I guess maybe against like, it'll still count against the Vine Ogres, because the Vine Ogres are smaller and they have a lot of health. So like, yeah, this will be like one-shotting Vine Ogres. So yeah, I mean, you know, depends on what you're up against, but yeah, kind of overkill against my regular troops. And this guy's also a hero. Okay, yeah, so he's unequaled obesity, so he gets even more hit points and strength. But he also has more encumbrance. So yeah, and fatiguing these guys out, I mean, you know, he's got some reinvigoration, so we'll see. But it is a possibility. You know, that is a problem that giants can have. And I think we've seen, you know, he puts quickness on them sometimes. We saw that against Arcocephale, and that definitely increases their fatigue by a lot. I mean, that said, he's got Soul Vortex, you know, which will, you know, get fatigue back for him. So I don't know, we'll see. So anyway, so there's that guy, the big fatty. And then we got Fafnir. He's got the raised sword that's gonna drain life, so you know, even more life drain. In addition to no doubt the Soul Vortex. It's got some air. Don't know if he's gonna take advantage of that, but you know, that's not great. This guy is actually susceptible to shock, so that's interesting. I think that's built into these chassis. Like this faction, they don't like lightning damage. I think he has some shock resistance on the Bless, so he'll be able to get rid of that at least. Yeah, this guy not looking quite as strong. His magic resistance is lower. This guy does have poison resistance though, so that's gonna be a bit of a problem. Because you know we've got foul vapors here. Better morale. Prot is pretty good. Attack and defense a little lower. Only the 75 hit points. No ring regeneration, so he's only gonna be doing the regeneration from the Bless, so a little less regeneration. So yeah, and this Dancing Trident is pretty good. It just gives extra attacks, and it's magic damage, so not that it matters for us. And I think this is just more attack skill. Yeah. So yeah, well, let's see how our guys do. So we've got these gargoyles. We're gonna send them in. These guys are just, you know, kind of like buffing themselves. That's the poison resistance going down, so that's great news. So these guys have poison resistance. 10 is like not enough to be completely safe from foul vapors, but it should be enough, hopefully, you know, to keep him alive for the battle. So we'll see. This guy's probably spamming out like some air elementals. Yep, there goes foul vapors. So yeah, we got these gargoyles in here. You know, just try to. Unfortunately, they do not have resistance to cold, and you can really like see, like, I mean, these guys aren't spellcasters, right? So this fatigue. In fact, you know what? Hang on, let's just like, wow. I was not expecting him to fatigue out that fast. That's crazy. So yeah, you know, no fatigue here. And then there they go. Have they landed yet? No, not yet. Let's go nice and slow. So yeah, they land, and then like, yeah, they immediately start taking fatigue and damage. These guys attacked them. I guess some of them probably, I guess, resisted. But yeah, wow. Like, I mean, you can see like this. Some of these guys are like already freezing, which maybe this guy. I'm actually sure because his fatigue isn't, you know, that high yet. But anyway, like, yeah, so these gargoyles definitely struggling. But yeah, just throwing more stuff in. This is foul vapors here, so that's up. And yeah, I mean, these guys are still getting through their buff script. But you can see like they are starting to fight with them. There's no Soul Vortex up yet, and I don't think any invulnerability either. Yeah. So that's good. That's exactly what we want. You know, we want them busy fighting, not buffing themselves. And yeah, we got, you know, the Vine Ogres. We got, you know, food on delivery for these guys, but without Soul Vortex. That's good news. And then yeah, we got our Greatsword guys headed forward. You know, they got Iron Skin on them, so their prot is really high, so they might survive a hit, maybe. Certainly not against that midget masher. They have a lot of cold resistance, so they won't fatigue out against that. And then, you know, they got their poison resistance, and yeah, they got their Greatswords, so we'll see. And then, you know, just a random chaff. This is basically just here to like keep the mages alive in case it all goes bad. You know, hopefully just like tie his guys up long enough so that like some of our more important casters can retreat. Because like, yeah, these guys like probably aren't really gonna do a whole lot. And I mean, we will tie them up and like force them to. You can see like they're already starting to take poison damage. One of them anyway. This guy with, I think he's got like 15. Yeah, he's basically immune. You can see no poison on him. But anyway, the other guy is gonna keep, you know, taking poison checks. While he has to like super slowly like hack his way through all this, you know, garbage. So it will help for that. But yeah.
And these guys are still busy, so that's really good news. Like, yeah, invulnerability has not gone off. Yeah, and neither is Soul Vortex. So this is a case where, like, you know, all the flying garbage and stuff is doing its job and has really helped out. So yeah, the Vine Ogres are getting in. They're not going to do anything. Realistically, like, I think just their attack skill is like too low, and then also I really probably should be dropping like more cold protection, like wider cold protection, because like, yeah, these guys are going to get fatigued out from the cold really quick as well. You can see the poor bugs. It's just like, it's Dragonfly. Hey, go kill that Jarl. Okay. I don't know how they convinced the bugs to do that. That's some powerful magic. But yeah, some of our guys got in. And yeah, I mean, this is honestly like, you can't ask for a better situation here. And yeah, you know, we're actually starting to get some damage in. This guy isn't regenerating as fast. You know, I mean, still, you know, getting, yeah, this guy is going to be tough, but we are getting poison damage on him. This guy though, we have a shot at killing. And yeah, you can see, like, you know, our smiths here, right? It's like, here's some damage on this Vineman and stuff, you know, on the Vine Ogre, yeah, 114, which he somehow survived. Maybe that was on somebody else, like a bug. But yeah, you know, so the Giants are just busy with other stuff. And then, yep, there goes one. All right, so that is really good news. Let's see, how are our guys doing? Are they taking any damage? Yeah, so this guy's taking some damage. Not sure what from. Maybe he tanked a hit. Doesn't seem like it. It's not that much damage. But anyway, yeah. And so, yeah, these guys are still in range. They're actually... This guy's going to be really tough to take down. But the poison is really starting to stack up on him. This is a little dangerous because now this chaff is getting in here. But, I mean, most of our warrior smiths have already, like, made it into contact. So, you know, we should be okay. These guys are really slow, which, like, normally is not great. I think these claimant, yeah, also really slow. So that can be a problem in using them. But it's kind of nice right now because it's like, it makes sure they lag behind, you know, the guys that we actually, and then, you know, these guys just sort of fill in when other garbage dies. So yeah, I mean, this is ideal. Oh man, he just regenerates so much. But yeah, we'll see. You know, these great swords of sharpness, I've just been putting in work, like, for Ulm. It's like, we should get a discount on those, dang it. Yeah, we got them. So yeah, that was perfect. And then, yeah, you can see this guy took some poison damage. You know what, yeah, that's where the damage was coming from. And you can see, like, even with the 10, like, that was kind of close. That was really close, actually. But we didn't lose any of them, I don't think. At least not to the poison. Maybe one of them got popped by a Jarl. But yeah, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, that was flawless victory right there. Like, okay, we lost 10 gargoyles. That does hurt a little bit. You know, they cost a lot of earth gems, but we have earth gems. And then, like, 3 Vine Ogres, like, whatever. And then we found finally found some gear that's not our own gear. Some new gear. And then, I mean, some of this is really good. The horror helmet, that's really nice. The green dragon scale mail, which is just purely nice because he doesn't have it now. So that's, you know, poison resistance he can't use. Boots are good. And then, hey, we got a ring of regeneration. I don't know what we're going to use it on. Because it's just not really worth putting on, like, our human guys. They regenerate like 1 hit point or whatever, so it's like, it's not gonna matter. Like, you know, one of these guys hits them, we're just gonna give him the ring back, and I do not want to give him the ring back. So yeah, we're gonna hang on to that and, you know, try to find somebody worthy of giving it to. Yeah, we had some retreats. One of the antlered shamans, he probably got poisoned or something, but, you know, he survived. So, you know, okay, capital got locked down, army got destroyed, but this strategy definitely looks viable. You know, losing these Jarls that are, like, fully geared out like this is, you know, definitely a blow, and especially because we spent almost nothing to achieve it. So, yeah, definitely need to get more results like this. A few other battles. Yeah, this is all us on the defense. I'm pretty sure this is all... yeah, this is just him raiding out. This was a mistake. This is the adept I was trying to link up. And I don't know. I was thinking I wanted to keep the fort locked down, but he just moved off it. And yeah, he just caught this guy. Probably should have had him on retreat. So that definitely hurts. You know, I mean, that's 150 gold that, you know, I just, like, gave away. But yeah, anyway. And then, yeah, you know, he's continuing to raid out, just destroying all of our PD. There's really not a whole lot that I can do about this. So, yeah. And then, yeah, just some raiding here with Abyssia and This looks like maybe some mercenaries. And then of course old age. Only one guy, so that's good. And then yeah, some events. Hey, that's a positive. Yep, bad omens, and then another false prophet. So yeah, we'll have to patrol him out at some point in the future when we're not, getting eaten. Oh, and yeah, this is unfortunate. So it's just not a good time to be alive in this world right now. So this is like a site, when somebody finds it, I think it just automatically opens. So yeah, just worldwide more death and, people get diseased. So yeah, it's just not a good time right now. We did finish construction. I think this is where the enchantresses are. So that's good. Because it's going to be, a little hard. We don't actually really have anything in here, but I mean, it's still more wall strength that he would have to siege down. So, it's good timing too, because if he'd moved on top of it, it would still be a palisades and we wouldn't be able to finish it. We wouldn't lose it unless he captured the fort. But yeah, anyway, it's just good that it finished. So yeah. I think, okay, we're trying to break the siege. Oh, you know what? Yeah, so we're bringing this force in. This is the force at Old Man Mountains that, actually got that really important win. And so, yeah, we're going to bring it on top of our capital and then just break out, with some of our mages here. Got some greatsword guys to add in. Not sure what all these gems are for. Let's take a look. Lightning resistance. Okay, yeah, that's not a bad idea because he has a lot of those shields that do the shock. Curse of Stones. Yeah, I don't know. He has pretty good MR and it's like negates easily. So this is maybe a mistake. And then let's see. Yeah, more wisps. That's not a bad idea. I mean, you saw like that. Throwing like flyers and stuff that's coming from the edge of the battlefield that can get in and interrupt the script definitely can help. So yeah, some swarm and stuff. Moss body is not the worst idea. Probably trying to drop that on our guys with swords, and that's just going to provide a little bit of extra protection. So yeah, and then with the troops are useless in this context, so they are all headed out. So we are counter raiding like pretty much everywhere that we can manage, because like he's probably not going to stay put in these provinces, right? He wants to continue to raid and take my provinces, and we need to start retaking stuff, because you can see like I've been complaining about money all this time, but like now we are very much broke. Like we're just barely paying our upkeep. If you're not getting enough income to pay your upkeep, then troops start to desert. It's not too bad. Like it's not like a very aggressive rate of desertion, and your sacreds will never desert you. So yeah, anybody that's sacred won't desert. So that's cool. But you don't. Yeah, losing troops. And maybe mages, because not all of our mages are sacred. Like the warrior smiths are not sacred. So I mean, yeah, just losing guys. Just because you can't pay them, it sucks. And that's another reason that it's like, yeah, you gotta raid stuff back, because like this is income that like I'm not getting. Now, I mean, I don't think actually he is getting it, because you have to trace to a fort. So like, yeah, he's getting all this. So I mean, he's getting all this money, and I'm not getting any of it. And that was my money, so I need it back. So yeah, sending the troops out. If they bump into Jarls, like that's gonna be it. That's gonna be curtains for them. But I mean, you gotta use them, right? It's like they're gonna start deserting soon anyway, so it's like, yeah, whatever. Like it's war, so we may lose some, but yeah, we should take some stuff back, and then maybe also raiding out. Yeah, this is I don't know about this, especially because like there's a lot of gear on this guy. Yeah, I mean, this is like also a raid, but would have preferred to do it. We probably just don't have any troops in position. But yeah, I mean, risking this many mages, especially with all this gear, I may have just missed that this guy had this gear on him still. Because if they run into Jarl, like, same thing, they'll die. But like that, risking the mages is, at least they're kind of the crappier mages. So that was hopefully calculated. Probably. Because yeah, you definitely have to protect
like the guys that get the good randoms and stuff. Like, yeah, this guy, we put the boots on him that we stole, because he's important. He's gonna be casting like some cold resistance, most likely, so that's good. I think that's a change. Yeah, this winter ward. So that'll go on our vine ogres, at least some of them, and will help, with them just immediately fatiguing out. Because they're probably not gonna get a ton of hits, but you saw the defense plummet from the harass penalties, and like these guys, like their attack skill's not great, but they have a lot of strength. I don't know. They only have the fists. They don't deal that much damage, probably with the invulnerability. But you never know. Maybe you won't get the invulnerability off. Anyway. At least they won't be frozen, so they'll still be attacking. So they'll, still harass the defense down. And it won't hurt to pick up any of our guys, because not all of our, I think mostly I've put great swords, on guys with water, who can cast protection from cold on themselves. But there's probably a few guys that have gear. I know certainly later on as take losses. Spoiler, there's going to be losses. It's a dangerous business being one of these guys. but anyway, so this winter ward will cover, any of these sword guys that can't protect themselves against cold, which will be good. But I don't know. It's a thing we can do, so it isn't going to hurt. But yeah, pretty much the same strategy. Just moving on to the cap, bringing out some more mages, raiding out, continuing to raid these archers, actually, putting in some work. So, hey, at least the archers are good for raiding. Probably not the most efficient raiding squad. This is, probably too much gold. You could do this cheaper and better, but, yep, I have these archers, so they're out raiding. Which is, better than staying at home. Finally getting some sight on his forts. So he does have some armies, like this and this. It's not a ton of guys, but they're giants. So giants never mass up, to just absolutely huge, something like this. You can get a lot more Kaonis than you get giants, but the giants are really strong, so their siege strength is really good. So these armies would be able to break forts pretty quickly, maybe even one turn depending on what's in them and how strong the fort is. So definitely need to keep an eye on these armies, because he'll probably be bringing them up to try to start popping some of my forts, because these guys are just gonna raid around, try to kill my armies and stuff like that, but they're not really going to be able to take and hold any land. So he is going to have to start bringing up some armies. We'll take a look when those start to come up. And then let's see, research. Still trying to squeak out construction 6. You can see the research is just starting to drop. Because our mages are on the move again. We're just having to mobilize a ton of people. So it sucks to be at war for your research. And then looks like we're bringing some guys out here trying to catch. Just raiding out. And I don't know, again, using a mage to lead these guys kind of sucks, I guess. Probably should have used this adventurer, honestly. He's even inspirational, so that's a mistake. He can buff the troops, but we saw how that went. This is not enough, guys. I had, triple, quadruple that, and it didn't matter. So that's a bit of a mistake. I don't know. I guess they're more likely to take out PD, but he's not going to leave a lot of PD most likely. So anyway, I probably just forgot about, because these guys aren't super useful, especially because they're not stealthy, so it's I don't like to put my stealthy troops on them. But the chief or the warrior smiths, they're not stealthy either. So it's there's absolutely no reason not to use this guy. That's just a mistake. And then just starting to cast stuff down here, which definitely hurts. This is the conjuration, right? So I would like to be doing that here, but there's a bunch of Jarls in between, and I just need some stuff down here, right? I saw how that battle went. So it's okay, let's get some more of these guys. Now, that said, I don't really have a couple nature 2s down here, and I'm also completely out of nature gems. So again, that's where it's if
if I need to focus maybe more on the earth summons because I have like a lot of earth gems. But anyway, I have fire gems, so bringing in some terracotta warriors, which aren't as good. I think it was really the vine ogres that were clutch that let my guys with great swords through. So we'll see how this goes, but I mean, I need something down here. Yeah, and you can see, like, I am trying to get some vine ogres, but yeah, I need to be careful because I need the nature gems for battles. For like poison ward, foul vapors takes nature gems, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. And this is poison ward, and then if I want to do swarm and stuff, this guy's probably swarm. That takes nature gems, so it's like the fact that I'm completely out and only getting 4 a month. Now, I mean, some of that is because like I used to get a nature gem here, but now I'm not. And probably some other places. Well, maybe just that. Yeah, my nature income was not great. I just sort of luck of the draw. I have been searching for it. I do really want nature. I didn't search here. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So yeah, that's not good. So I mean, I would like to get a bunch of vine ogres down here, but I mean, I don't think I have any. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I probably shouldn't even be doing this because I think it's like 3 you get, maybe 2 or 3, 4, maybe tops, and that's just not going to be enough, to like get what I had up here. So this probably should have just held off because I'm going to need those gems in combat. So. But yeah, just trying to, and then, doing some forging, more great swords, just, yeah, we need more swords. A burning pearl, so that's going to help, with attack, so like just a few, you really don't want to gear these guys out a ton, cause like, yeah, they're going to die. They're going to die in, decent numbers, like hopefully not droves, cause they're mages and, they're cheap. Yeah, bringing more in, gonna need them. So yeah, I mean, they're only 110, but I mean, that's still quite a bit of gold. But some limited gear, like, they gotta have the great sword because they gotta be able to deal the damage, and then the burning pearl will help them actually like connect more hits. I mean, that said, like, we did do a pretty good job of harassing them down, so honestly, maybe, well, again, I don't have any astral, dang it. Some like anti-magic gear would actually probably help a lot because like mages have better magic resistance, right? So like 14 is actually like respectable, especially for Ulm. It's like, holy moly, this guy is fantastic. So if I gave him a little more like magic resist gear, like he might be able to better resist like the soul vortex. So like honestly, that would probably be better gear than like the burning pearl. But I don't have any astral mages, so I don't think I really have any way. Most of the anti-magic gear is astral. It's just another reason that, like, oh man, I wish I had these. The more diversity you have, the more options you have. Because you never know what you're going to be up against. Well, okay, I mean, I saw that I was going to be bordering Niflheim, and certainly if I'd fought Jarls before, I would know that. Anyway, so you can know with experience, but I'm not experienced, so yeah. I didn't know exactly what these guys would be rocking. But yeah, I don't really have a way to get astral right now. So yeah, burning pearl, not the worst thing. But anyway, limited gear for these guys to go in, and yeah, I'd probably try out a few different things. I think I threw some of the captured gear on one of these. Yeah, Anso Bert. He's gonna be he's got more paths, so that's cool. But yeah, this is like, I would not put this much gear like on one of these guys normally, but like this is free stuff. Ooh, I did put this is a little freaky. I mean, you saw that, like, so this gives him the 15, right? And we don't have to worry about him, needing to get hit by the poison ward, because I can miss, and then they're really in trouble with that foul vapors. So like this guy's safe from foul vapors, which is really nice. And he's carrying the horror helmet. And you saw that, like, their morale was not great. That is possibly one way, we can route these guys off, and, maybe kill them, because their stats take a huge hit when they're routing. So, I mean, definitely want this guy more protected. And the boots I kind of just already had. And the boots are not bad because, it's just, a little bit, gives them extra strength, more damage. So anyway, yeah, probably wouldn't gear this guy this heavily, but, it's free gear. So, yeah, and arguably could wait until we get like a better chassis, but, yeah, we need answers now. So, yep, moving out with that gear. And, yeah, I think that covers it. So yeah, let's turn 47.